Hello,
Welcome to the W7W Podcast.
I'm Hunter.
And I'm Amy. This is a show about our local yarn shop.
Yep, in Fort Worth, Texas, West 7th Wool.
West 7th Wool. So what's new, Hunter?
Well, we've got some new things in. We have some events coming up, so we do have some things.
We do have a big event coming up. Yarn Crawl.
Mm-hmm.
North Texas Yarn Crawl is coming up. What are those dates? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's September 11th through the 20th.
Perfect. And we are going to be doing several virtual trunk shows.
That's right.
You can find those on our website, west7thwool.com, under the North Texas Yarn Crawl button. But we also have Yarn Crawl bags. We actually don't have the Yarn Crawl bags right now. They're over at McKinney Knittery. But they are in. We have an amount allotted to us. I'll be picking those up next weekend. But you can pre-order yours now.
Yes, we just opened up pre-orders for those as of just recently. So yeah, they're...
You can pop in a picture. They're $10. You can pick them up curbside. You can pick them up on your shopping appointment. You can have us ship it to you. And those, I believe September 1st is the date that we can start releasing those.
That is correct.
Right. But like last year, people were just calling and asking to reserve one, which we did. We can't do that this year because it was kind of a big hot mess.
Yeah.
Because people would forget that they called, and then they'd go to another shop and they'd see them there and they'd just pick one up, and then they wouldn't call us back to let us know that they already got one.
Yeah, so then we'd have bags on hold.
We're left holding the bag.
Yeah, and then we'd run out, but we still had some on hold that were not getting picked up. And then people were here
asking us if we had them, and we're like, well, this is on hold for somebody, but we can't get a hold of them anyway.
Right.
Anyway, just go to our website, click on the pre-order, and you can order them. Or you can call us and pay for it over the phone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just $10. And also we have a handy counter on the website that tells you how many we have left. So we're in good shape right now.
Excellent.
So in addition to the bags, you'll get a travel guide. This is last year's travel guide. If you're participating from home, there is a passport that you'll be able to download. And what you do is you're supposed to get a stamp at each one. You send it in, tear out the page, send it in, and you're eligible for prizes. So this year, if you are going to participate online or online shop, with every order, we'll be sending out one of the pins, a 1-inch pin for the bag, and we'll be sending out a little scrap. Maybe we can do a little sticker with our stamp on it, so you can just peel it off and stick it on there.
There you go.
I can get some sticker paper and just stamp a lot of them, and then just cut them up.
Okay.
With a paper cutter.
That would work.
Or you could put it on a small Post-it note, whatever you want to do. You can tear it out of a piece of paper and stick it on there.
Yeah, as you can see, we're still kind of flying by the seat of our pants here.
We are. Also, for the virtual trunk shows that will be listed and linked on our website under the North Texas Yarn Crawl page, I'll be giving out a code that you can write on the square. So if you attend the Leon Alexander Trunk Show, you can write the code on your square to show that you attended an event. And these will be online that you'll be able to print out and mail in.
Cool.
That's Yarn Crawl.
Very nice.
Very nice. Do you know some of the trunk shows?
I do. Yeah, we've got Leon Alexander. We've got... Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
I know.
Oh, man, I'm blanking hard all of a sudden.
Look, I have notes this time, actually, and under it says pull up a list. Did I pull up a list?
You did not
I didn't pull up a list.
Lists are for other people. Lists are for suckers.
Heck no, I didn't pull up a list. Chrysalis.
Chrysalis
Forest
yarn.
Fiber Arts.
Yes.
Hidden Door.
Mm-hmm.
West 7th Wool.
That's right.
That's right. And there are some others that I'm probably forgetting. Please forgive me if I forgot. Because I didn't pull up my list.
That's right.
Okay. So that's the big event that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to be doing a free class or two. I'm going to be doing one on that tea cozy, and then I'm going to be doing another one on
brioche.
No, I've got a long list of the requests that people answered from our last podcast questions. So I'll let you know at the end of the episode what it's going to be. Excellent. So, what new products do we have?
New products. Okay, so so they pattern just got recently released by Alexander Davidoff.
Yeah.
And it incorporates beads.
What's it called?
Stop it! Stop it! I have the pattern like right over there.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
You don't know off the top of your head either.
I know things. I know things, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, I know a lot of things too, but I don't know that specific.
I mean, I thought I was prepared.
Mm-hmm. But then again, I knew more about what trunk shows we had last podcast than this podcast. I've slept too many times since then.
It's called Guadalupe River.
I knew that. So yeah, anyway, it incorporates beads. Not surprising with one of Alexander's patterns.
It's a beautiful lace poncho with beads.
Right, but we were pairing up kits for it in case people wanted to find any.
Mm-hmm.
And we determined that we had a woefully low selection of beads in the shop.
We just got in some more beads.
Yes.
Show us the beads. I don't know if those are they show up on. Oh, they do show up nicely.
Yep. So we tried to get a variety of color. We already have some beads in.
That's
we just needed to increase the variety. These are just plain dark ones.
On your beading projects, do you prefer the beads to match the color of the yarn, or do you like it to contrast?
I think it depends on the product in question, but it just kind of depends, know, how it pairs.
I kind of like, I like it to contrast. I really like these silver sparkly ones.
Mm-hmm.
They look like little stars or jewels.
That's hard to see. These are a little bit more towards the teal.
Yeah.
Yeah, silver line dark teal is what they're called.
They're greener than the first blue that you showed.
Mm-hmm.
Those are sort of a champagne color.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They no longer have the clear silver lined ones that I liked. And I did not want to get the clear ones that were not silver lined again because those were just kind of meh. Yeah. So I got these as kind of a somewhat replacement.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd use those.
And then we've had the gold before.
I like the gold too.
This was a restock. So yeah, there they are. Plus we have a handful of other colors. Mm-hmm. They'll be on the website as of like Tuesday, Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
What else you got there?
All right. Also, we just got in a bunch of new Likey reorder. Nothing new.
What's Likey?
Likey is circular knitting needles. They are the company is out of Scandinavia, but they are actually made in Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia, I believe, like Nepal or something.
It says driftwood,
mm-hmm.
but it's actually birch, right?
That is correct. It's birch.
There's all kinds of deception.
So yeah. So anyway, we got in a bunch of kits and a bunch of circulars.
And how do you say? You say Likey.
I just said Likey just now.
Americans say Likey.
Americans say Likey, but we've had over the years various customers come in, some of whom were from Scandinavia, where the company's based out of, and one of them was quite literally had named her daughter this, and her daughter's name was Luca. Luca. So that's how she pronounced it. So. Whatever.
But I think here in the U.S. people would be like, what is that? What are you talking about? And then you say like, and they're like, oh yeah, I like those.
I think I've pronounced it like 2 or 3 different ways in the same conversation. Yeah. So I mean,
you want to open that up?
Whatever.
Open it up real quick.
Okay.
So the thing people really like about these is that they're not metal; they are wood, which for a lot of people is easier on your hands, easier on your fingers, especially if you have aches or any sort of like light arthritis or anything. These actually warm to your fingers a little bit faster,
mm-hmm.
And possibly don't hurt as much as metal needles.
That is correct. Also, in terms of sizing, this particular kit is size 4 through size 17.
And it comes with how many different length cables?
There we go. The cables, it says right on the back, we've got 2 cords to make a 24-inch circular, 2 cords to make a 32-inch circular.
You have 2 24s, 2 32s.
Yes, and then 140.
and 1.
So that's 5 cables altogether.
That's a lot of needles.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know off the top of your head the retail price for that?
$125.
That is very handsome.
Mm-hmm.
It's a handsome looking case.
It is indeed. We have 3 different color cases. This is the gray denim, and then we also have the blue and the what's it, ochre?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like a yellowy.
Right.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the last new thing we have today, I'm really excited about.
Yeah, now this is these other things we featured we'd had in the shop
had
previously.
This is brand
in
new.
some way or other.
This is from Feederbrook Farm. It's called Entropy Dk from Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, these are her sheep. She mills it, she spins it, she dyes it, and it is like a hand spun, but not. She has machines, but it's very similar to a hand spun DK weight yarn. It is 100% BFL, and that's it. 100% BFL.
Nice.
It's soft for BFL, don't you think?
Uh-huh.
Because it's fluffy. Do you think? Would you say this is woolen spun? No. Yeah. Would you say this is woolen spun and not worsted spun? It feels nice. Some BFL can be a little bit rough, although I've used it for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I have a BFL sweater.
Mm-hmm.
I have BFL socks. I really like this one. So I'm thinking Andrea Mowry Spark cardigan with this and a solid DK weight. DK's a little bit lighter for Texas here. I think this might be on my needles next.
This is a big box of
Excited?
yarn, and that is convoluted and ridiculous that you got this big box of yarn just so you can make a sweater.
Just for me? I'll share it with you. But not you.
I see how it is.
So this retails for $28. Isn't that what we said? $120?
Yes.
About $28. You get 260 yards for $20. That's a good deal for hand spun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this yarn was actually mailed to us on August 1st, and today is what, honey?
August 24th, I believe.
It was sent two-day express, and it took how many weeks?
That would be 3.5 weeks.
It was stuck in Maryland.
Yeah, and with the USPS, so
this is very special.
yeah.
Kind of long, hard journey.
Yeah. We're just going to let it rest now.
I'm really excited about it.
To recuperate from its travels.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And so moving on.
Moving
what else
on.
we got?
Finished objects.
All right, cool. What you got?
I have 3.
Oh, let's see it.
Okay, first is the sweater. Oh, can you scoot that away and I'll scoot this up. First is the Garden Gate sweater from Jen Steingass that I was working on last time in our West 7th Wool Hunter sock. Let me grab it. I made mine short sleeve. So this color is Emo Yarnimus Prime, and this is Sheepy. It's just a natural white color. I think it turned out really nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an oversized sweater. There's some positive ease in it, and I like the way that the bottom is a little bit longer. The back is a little bit longer than the front. There's some short rows in the back for some coverage there. Circular yoke. It's a I think I talked about this last time. It's a larger gauge than I'm used to knitting with fingering weight and color work. I think it was a 5, which when you look at it really close, does it look really loose? It blocked out nicely.
Yeah, I mean, I can see some looseness in the white more so than the blue.
Yeah, can you see like some maybe some space in between?
Right.
but it blocked out really nicely. Look on camera, it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And from a little bit further away, it looks great.
Was it back of a galloping horse?
Yeah, if you can't see a mistake. Although it's not a mistake. It's just looser than I'm used to, which actually makes for better airflow if you were going to wear it in Texas.
She made it ventilated, y'all.
It is ventilated.
Yeah, there you go.
You get coverage and ventilation. A little bit airflow.
That's very 21st century of you.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, the second finished object is Odyssey, which is a shawl by Hohi. And I have trouble figuring out the front and the back of this, which I guess it doesn't matter. This is in West 7th Wool Polworth DK. It's 3 different skeins. This is, we don't have a color name for this yet. Should that maybe be our podcast question? Help us pick color names. That's hard. It's one of the harder parts about dyeing.
I don't think it's that hard.
You think
it just takes a little time.
So we don't have a color name for this green yet. This is our arsenic green, and then this is sheepy. So this is on the Dallas Hand Knitting Guild's knit-along list for Yarn Crawl. Mm-hmm. So we've made kits of these. So during the West 7th Wool virtual trunk show, we'll have those kits live. And then all afterwards, all during the crawl. Because our trunk show is one of the first ones of the crawl. So all during the trunk show, these kits will go live. We also have them in blue. So we've got a dark blue, which actually is the Emo Yarnimus Prime. Mm-hmm. Then we've got a lighter blue, like a sky blue, and then we've got a natural with blue speckles. And we also have a pink and purple, like a smoky, Kristen's calling it a smoky quartz, which is beautiful.
Cool.
Pinks and purples and grays. So it was a fast knit because it's DK. You get fast, you get lace, stretch it really, block it aggressively, and it was really fun. That's one I would knit again.
Nice.
I always say that, but I never do. Mm-hmm. But I like this one.
There's so many things to knit.
There are.
Only so much time to
Only
do it.
so much time. Mm-hmm. The last thing I did is this little tapestry. I did it on my frame loom. Mm-hmm. I used leftovers. Can you pick it? Do you recognize any of these?
The yarn?
Some of these are projects in the shop.
Yeah, so this is knitted wit for sure.
Yeah, that's knitted wit. Yeah. We have a cow back there with this. Mm-hmm.
And then I guess this would be the leftover from your shawl.
Mm-hmm. That's the green we don't have a name for.
Right. And this white might be left over from the shawl as well. Mm-hmm. I'm not entirely sure about the rest.
This one is Quince & Company. It's that little baby romper. This one is Madeline Tosh.
Oh, Mars and Retrograde?
No, is it Mars and Retrograde or is it like Mars? Oh,
it's always something.
Always
no, Mars Tonight? Something.
No, that's red. This one is the water. It's about the water on Mars.
River Runs Through Mars?
Yes, River Runs Through Mars. That's on my Tecumseh. And then this one, I forget what it was. Brown, I forget what it was. The dark blue, I forget what it was.
That is totally the mashed potato hill from...
It's supposed to be like a rising sun or a setting sun.
Nope. But it does. That's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, like all the way.
So
I wish I had the theme to play on my phone.
I wove it on a frame loom like this. And I just used my fingers to push it down, but I really could have used one of these. So, beater. Yeah, I think I need this. And I just used my fingers to go back and forth through them, but I really think I need some of these.
It's almost like they make tools for these things.
I know. And then I just had a big piece of cardboard for my shuttle. What are these called? Shuttle sticks?
I think so.
But I think I need one of these too. So I've been shopping. I need these things.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those sticks because Kristen wanted them for some kind of class. I'm not even sure what she's going to use them for. But then, of course, classes stopped happening.
Hopefully they'll happen again soon.
We'll see.
We can do online too. But so this is nice because there's a point. So you can dip in and out and in and out and in and out. And then when you want to raise every other one, you can turn it and then lay it down. So I'm taking these things, Hunter, because they will help me. So this is my first frame loom weaving, and it's the edges are messy. That's okay, and the sides go in a little bit more on the top. Like I started out with really good tension here, and then got tighter and tighter and tighter. I think that's a typical newbie thing. I had some, this is where I wove in. I just took a finishing needle and wove in the weft. Is that the weft? Yes, the warp. The warp. This is the warp. I wove it through. And then where you change colors, you weave in just on the back. I used my favorite finishing needles. You know what those are?
The plastic ones?
Yeah, the Susan Bates ones. Those are my favorite.
Mine too.
All right. Those are my finished.
Cool.
Working on anything?
Yeah. What about you?
That's okay. I'm working on the Zaftig Tea by Sheila Stromberg in West 7th Wool Arsenic Green. It was a crazy, it's not crazy, it's weird construction. You put it on, you do the sides first, and then you have some short rows, you have a provisional cast on, you do the sides, you do one side, you do the other side, you knit the middle, you put it all together. Mm-hmm. Then you go to the front, and you take out that provisional cast on, and you knit this side, and you knit this side, and then you knit it all together, and then you start doing your lace. And are you yawning?
I did. Mm-hmm.
It looks huge right now, but it's supposed to be big, positive ease, like 80s sweatshirt type thing. But I will pick up and knit a collar on here to make it a little bit less huge, because right now it's just gonna fall off.
Right.
Especially after I block it and open that lace a little bit.
Is it meant to have a collar, or was that not like...
No, it is meant to have a collar. You pick it up. So cool. I can do as many inches as I need to in to make it stay on. Mm-hmm. And then you can make it either a crop top or a long, about as long as this one. I think there's some short row shaping if you do the long version too. Cool. Not sure what I'll do. All right. So anything on your to-do list?
I just leveled up another character to 120 in Warcraft.
Is that 5?
That is 5.
What kind of character is this?
This is a Warlock. Basically, my dilemma is, one, I have crippling altitis, where you play a bunch of different characters, but two, secondly, more importantly, I kept leveling these characters, thinking they'd be interesting, but then I get to max level, and I find something I don't like about it. Back in the day, my main character was a Warlock, and basically leveling all these other characters, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool, but it's not as cool as a Warlock. Finally, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to level up another Warlock and be done with it. So that's what I did.
I heard there's a new expansion coming.
Yeah, Shadowlands. It's coming out later this year at some point. I know it's in beta testing.
Do you need a new character for that?
I don't know.
How does that work?
Not necessarily. You can either roll a new character for the expansion, or you can just take one of your pre-existing ones, and they'll just have to earn a few more levels. But they should be at near max level. So they just earn a few more levels and then do the new end game, whatever it is.
That's cool.
Yep.
All right. So it's prize time.
Awesome.
We are giving away 2 copies, 2 different issues of Modern Daily Knitting. These are field guides. They have patterns in each one. Mm-hmm. Several patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 patterns in each one. Beautiful photographs. Is some introduction to the artists, to the designers. And how many?
I've got a random number generator up.
You always get the random number generator.
It used to be you.
Switch it.
Nah.
Switch it.
Nah, I've already got it up. It's too late.
Okay, fine. Our question last time was, in addition to the TCOZ class,
yes,
what kind of online demonstration or free class during the yarn crawl would you be interested in? And we got lots of really good, really good feedback.
Mm-hmm.
The clear winner is German short rows.
Mm-hmm.
With, I counted 8 votes. Coming up behind are sock heels, different kind of sock heels, and brioche.
Brioche got a respectable number of votes.
Did get a respectable number.
Props, well done. My people heard.
That was what I said I would not be happiest doing, but that's what the people want. If that's what the people wanted, I would do it. But it looks like German short rows are what the people want.
You're a knitter of the people.
I'll do a few different short rows. There are at least 3 short rows that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap and turn, German, and Japanese.
I think I've only done the first 2. I don't think I've done Japanese.
Yeah. So I'll do a demo on that. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Follow along if you like. Don't if you don't.
Cool.
Demystified. Short rows demystified. Because they are in a lot of things. They're in this thing. They're in socks. They're in heels. They're in my Zaftig tee. They're great. All right. Cool. We had how many? 48. All right. So in no particular order, it's not 48.
It's not 48.
What is it?
30.
30. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's Rachel Jordan.
Oh, well, there you go.
Rachel, congratulations. You are the winner. You can either pick these up at your convenience or I can mail them to you, Rachel. Yay.
Congratulations.
All right. So next prize is going to be, since there were actually a lot of votes for sock heels, I thought some sock yarn with an alternating heel might be a fun prize. So this is some tumbleweed, sidewalk sand is the color name, self-striping. It is an 80-20 superwash merino 20 nylon, 400 yards, and a matching heel color. These will get you some, depending on what foot size you have, some pretty tall socks.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Nice.
Out of curiosity, if you were teaching a sock heel class, what heel would you teach?
If it's beginner, I would say the heel flap.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's very traditional.
Yeah. If it was me, if it was like somebody who knew how to knit socks, I'd do the fish lips kiss heel. However, if it was a new knitter, I'd do the fish lips kiss heel.
It also depends on what kind of yarn you use.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to use a solid color, which is great for things like cables, I'm into solid color socks with cables right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think a heel flap is fantastic. You do like an eye of partridge heel flap, that would be really nice. Mm-hmm. But if it's self-striping, the fish lips is a great heel. Or the afterthought is a great heel for self-striping because then you don't break up the stripe
right
as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about afterthought is usually there's that little bit of a gap that you have to
you can sew it up.
Yeah,
you can always sew it up. You can fix anything.
Right.
All right, so I don't think we're forgetting anything. Is that?
Well, we probably are, but we'll realize it later.
All right, I'm really excited about that new yarn that came in, the Feederbrook Farm Entropy.
We'll get it in the system.
We'll get it in there so you can buy it before I take it all.
Do I need to like
hide it
secure this
from me?
box?
Maybe. All right. Thank you for joining us. As always, it's been a pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.